6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court is rejecting a lawsuit that would have stopped any attempt from the legislature to impeach Justice Janet Protasiewicz. The court hasn't decided not to hear the lawsuit, issuing the order without comment. Protasiewicz did not participate in that decision. She also hasn't decided whether to recuse herself in any district map case, and the court hasn't ruled on whether it will hear the cases.
At the nation's capital, lawmakers will report for work this weekend to try and reach a deal before the federal government shutdown deadline at midnight on Saturday. Hardline Republicans in the House are holding things up. Tens of thousands of federal workers face furloughs if there's a shutdown, but members of Congress would still get their paychecks. Police say the estimated value of bikes stolen in Madison this year ranks up to $330,000. Officers say there's a spike in thefts, and it's happening even to bikes that are locked. The best way to keep your bike safe, store it inside, but if you have to keep it outside, a stronger, slightly more expensive U-lock might be the way to go.
A Madison man will spend the next 2 years in prison after prosecutors said they found a gun in the vehicle he was riding in. Shondell James pleaded guilty in June to being a felon in possession of a firearm. He'll serve 26 months in federal prison, followed by 3 years supervised release. James was previously convicted for driving a stolen vehicle and conspiracy to deliver heroin.
Well, federal student loan repayments are going to start back up Sunday for the first time in about 3 years. This is going to affect 44 million Americans who are now going to be back on the hook to repay those loans. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says 1 in 5 people with loans will likely struggle financially once the repayments start back up. The average borrower owes over $37,000.
Wisconsin could get faster election results if a bill passes allowing clerks to process absentee ballots before Election Day. Lawmakers are also proposing a text message verification system to notify voters when their ballot's been received. In addition to those proposals, Republicans are introducing a bill to ban a candidate who lost a primary from registering as a write-in candidate during the general election.
Good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. We're still not able to see the Capitol because of some of the fog. It is starting to lift a little bit. It's actually starting to dry out near the surface. So that is some good news. Here's our Edgewater Skycam. But they are actually seeing some of that fog, a little bit lighter fog here in Platteville. And that's where their visibilities are down to 3 miles. Our visibility is starting to improve a little bit, 1.25 miles, still near zero currently in Janesville. So we'll look at the fog departing here over the next hour, 2 hours. Temperatures rising to low 70s pretty quickly, headed in the mid 70s. A lot of sunshine once we get through this fog this morning. So it should be a nice afternoon as we see that sun finally reappear as temperatures climb in the mid 70s. And our weekend looks great. Low to mid 80s for Saturday and Sunday. Warm right through Monday and Tuesday before some cooler weather with some storms expected by Wednesday into the later part of the week. I want to look at our first warning traffic. The fog, thankfully, is not causing any problems. People are behaving nicely this morning. Everything's green. Everything moving along at posted speeds.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much for keeping an eye on that.
We'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.